80 years ago, on December the 13th, 1937, the invading Japanese troops captured Nanjing and started 6 weeks of slaughter that was to be known as the Nanjing Massacre, or the Rape of Nanking. 300,000 people were killed. That's one victim every 12 seconds. Tens of thousands of women were raped and the city razed to the ground.
Since 2014, December the 13th has been China's National Memorial Day for victims of the Nanjing Massacre. At 10 a.m, as sirens howl across the city, survivors, veterans, officials and thousands of members of the public stand in silent tribute here at the Memorial Hall. The city comes to a halt. The nation takes time to reflect. So, why is it so important that China remembers the Nanjing Massacre? This is Xinhua Special, and I'm Helen Bentley.
Japanese soldiers shot dead their bound, defenceless captives before throwing their bodies into the Yangtze River. Over 50,000 alone were killed here at Xiaoxiexia.
这些遇难者的尸体被抛入了长江，江水被全部染红了。
Xiaoxiexia is one of Nanjing's 17 mass graves. Each year at this time, and around China's Tomb Sweeping Day, piles of yellow chrysanthemums can be found across these sites, where the old come to remember and the young to learn.
我们可以原谅日本人在我们的暴行，但是我并不能忘记这段历史。
The Memorial Hall complex was built on a site called the Pit of 10,000 Corpses. Along this wall are the name of over 10,000 victims. Many of them, the bodies were never found. And these engravings are all that's left to remember them by.
但是我母亲哭得很厉害，她认为现在尸体找不到，尸骨无存，那么这些亲人都成了孤魂野鬼，现在多了哭墙，死难者的名单已经刻到哭墙的名单上，他们有了安宁之处。
3 of his uncles were killed during the massacre. He and his close family took refuge in the safety zone. But later on, when it was raided by the Japanese, he was stabbed. Survivors like him are still waiting for an official apology.
所以我说，安倍首相，你还欠我们一个道歉。
In 2015, UNESCO listed documents relating to the Nanjing Massacre on the Memory of the World Register, a step forward in recognising China's sacrifice during World War II. You can't downplay how important it was for many Chinese, especially as certain revisionists deny the massacre happened at all.
It's my feeling here that also Japan must accept here the history here and all the cruelties here they have done in Nanjing here.
President Xi Jinping attended this year's service to pay his respects. A statement that he made at the very first memorial service still resonates today. He said, "If only everyone learns from the bitter lessons of war, can there be hope for peace?" Along this footpath are the bronze casts of 222 footprints left by the survivors. There are less than 100 known survivors alive today, most of them in their 80s or 90s. And it now is left to the younger generation for them to ensure that their stories are not forgotten.
给世界的母亲不再流血流泪，给儿童能够过上安静、和平、愉快的童年生活。
You recognize the horrors of war and the terrors that happened here, but you also come here to heal, come here to move past that point.
The city of Nanjing has risen from the ashes, and China is no longer the sick man of East Asia. In a time of peace and prosperity, it's especially poignant for China to remember the Nanjing Massacre and to remind itself to stay strong. See you next time.